What's up, everybody? This is Scooter from Scooter's Game Vault. Today we have Neuroshima Hex Battle, Steel Police versus Beasts. Um, Neuroshima Hex is a pretty old game, and about 20 years old actually this year, I believe, because they're coming out with a 20th anniversary edition of the core game. And they've announced throughout October that they're going to be releasing a lot of new Neuroshima Hex stuff, and Battle is one of them. It's their two-player version of the game. They have this, and then they have the Wiremen, and then they have the new core game coming out. Haven't heard or seen anything about the core game or the Wiremen, but this one came out, and I just got the pre-order in. They're only doing like a limited amount to the US. The rest is in Europe. But Neuroshima Hex is a hidden gem. I love this game, and everybody that I play with loves this game and becomes addicted to it. And so it's really nice that they made a two-player variant that's just a little tiny travel box with two interesting factions. The Steel Police have been around. The Beasts are a newer faction. But let's jump on into this and see what we got going for us. The art is really cool. The beasts, I think the beasts in this one are different than the expansion mini box beasts, because these ones just look like alien beast mutated creatures, while the other version are like actual animals, like monkeys, elephants, dogs, things like that. Steel Police, they're just robotic people, I think, or like almost like Fallout kind of guys. But they represent, well, they don't represent New York because there's a faction called New York. But yeah, let's see what's inside this. Okay, so we have pretty thick, pretty chunky rulebook for a small game. About 32 pages. It does a pretty good job of explaining how the game works, and even some of the new mechanics that the beasts bring into this game. There's a thing called agony, which I have no idea. Even when I was reading it, I have no idea what it really does. It's a very interesting mechanic that they can do that only the beasts are able to do. Like, they're able to attack their own teammates, which is actually pretty insane. But I guess there's like some kind of combo thing that benefits with that agony. Okay, so we have their card sheets. So this is for the beasts. It gives you a little background of what they are, their lore, stuff like that. You have your modules. So modules are enhancement things to give your other hexes that are connected to them more power, and then you have your HQ. Because the main objective of this game is to defeat the enemy's HQ. You want to get them as low as possible before you run out of hexes or other units to pull. Because the person who draws their last hex, the game is over there, and whoever has the lowest amount of HP loses. And then the other side shows the units, and it will tell you what each unit does, what their specific, uniqueness is, how many of them are going to be there, and also shows you which ways they attack and stuff like that. And then there's the instant tiles, which will tell you as well what they do, and they instantly happen. Unlike these guys, where they only happen if a battle is happening or something else specific says otherwise. But that's the beasts. They have friendly fire, which is a new mechanic, and it looks like all of them friendly fire, except for the urchin, the acid spitter, and the vulture. Other than that, everything friendly fires, which is kind of brutal. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be really interesting to maneuver. Who knows? We'll see. Next up, we have the Steel Police. Once again, tells us their background, their lore. They have a bunch more modules, and they have something called Reflection, which looks like it just pretty much bounces the damage back. Cool. Interesting. And then they have all their warriors and their characters, and it tells you everything that they do. They kind of look like, they're just dudes in metal suits. They're literally just like Fallout heavy suit guys. So they seem to be pretty cool. I feel like this is a very good combo of having mutated beast alien animals going against dudes in giant heavy metal armor. Seems fair to me. Okay, so here are the punch outs, and they feel and look really, really nice. But you can tell these ones are for the beasts because they have the beast paws. These are nets, so if there's a tile, here we go. This guy down here, he's got the nets, and if you have him facing enemy unit, they get netted, and they aren't able to move or do anything until this guy's defeated, or the one guy that I've netted gets killed. But these are the beast ones. They got some really cool looking art on these guys. Everything's very glossy and matte. Oh, no, I can't say glossy and matte because that's two different things. Everything seems very new and higher quality compared to the version that I have of the base game. Because I have the 2020 edition of the game that gives me everything. And this just seems better quality, in my opinion, compared to the one I have. Like the matte, these that I have in my other version are more glossy and not matte, but I like the matte ones more than the glossy. These are the Steel Police ones. They got the star on the back. Here are their units. Pretty cool. Their netters look really. I wonder why these guys have a mystery sign. Let's see if it tells me what that means. No, it doesn't. That's one of the things I've always worried about. It's like some of the symbols won't tell you on their sheet, and sometimes Google won't help. But finally, the last thing that this gives you is a nice little neoprene mat, which I thought was pretty cool to see. But so here you can see the health starts at 20, goes all the way down to 0. And here is the game board. So here, let me punch out a dude. Oh, that doesn't move on there nicely. But this is kind of how the flow of the game works. So if I drew, let's see, if I drew one of these, the battle token, so this instantly makes anything on the board fight. So the way things fight is they have initiatives. So 2 will go before 1, 3s will go before 2s, etc., etc., and everything attacks simultaneously. So if I had this boar thingy with his arrow pointing this way, it means he's going to attack that guy. So if I drew that battle token, he is going to hit him and kill this guy. But if I had him placed like that, they kill each other. They're taken off the board. If the boar is all the way up here, this guy also has a ranged attack. So if I had him facing this way, the boar was placed up here, he shoots, the boar gets killed. That's pretty much how combat works in the game. Everything is simultaneously. It's a very nice ease of play. It feels very smooth. But you'll have your stacks of hexes, and you draw 3 every time it's your turn. You only get to choose 2 to use. And then once the first person runs out of their tiles, the game is over, and whoever is the lowest on the track is the one who loses. But it's a very simple game, and like I said in the beginning, it is a hidden gem. It is so underrated. Like, I absolutely love this game. I know a lot of people complain that there is, it's RNG, some of the factions are too overpowered, blah, blah, blah. But it really is an RNG game, but the game literally tells you to shuffle your stuff very well so that you draw better. But it is RNG. It is a very RNG heavy game because you never know what you're going to draw, and it could screw you over. But that's just kind of how it goes, and it's always very enjoyable unless you play the Dancers. Dancers are the most atrocious faction in this game, and if you play the Dancers, I will never play with you. Sorry, I have hate towards the Dancers because one of my friends played them and they are actually quite busted. That is my only gripe, is the Dancers. Everything else in this game is wonderful. But yeah, that's Neuroshima Hex Battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya!